welcome to another video. In today's video, this is the 2024 harvest. Look at everything I've got to grow this year. Okay, here we are. It is October 6th. The mice have been just nuts. Coming out here every day finding mainly this one here was being attacked hard. So, oh, look at the mushrooms. Holy cow. Look at them. Wow, those look like, those are different mushrooms. Huh, weird. What the heck are these? Dude, these are like, is that a frickin', that's not a damn, whatchamacallit, is it? Is that a truffle? Are these truffles? No. What the heck kind of mushrooms are these? These are wild ones. Huh. Weird. Weird. And this is a whole different one here. Okay. And then we have, uh-oh. Does it look like they broke in here last night? Let's see. Oh, there's another mushroom. See, I blocked off these. They don't even mess with the they don't mess with the traps anymore. They're just all about chewing on the stalks. I don't know if you could see how crazy they're chewing on it. Oh, I can't zoom. Oh, but anyway, yeah, they're chewing on that one like crazy. This one, they're chewing on it like crazy. You see that? It's nuts. Not one. Dude, they're not even licking the peanut butter off the traps anymore. They don't do the buckets. They are so... They're smart mice now. They're just smart mice. They did some serious damage to this branch. I don't know if I can show you that. Look at how much they ate. I put metal around it. They ate just insane. And this is just all stuff they chewed off yesterday. And yeah, so yesterday while I was, and there's a lost bud. I'm not gonna bother. Yes, I was so busy yesterday and I had to do all this on top of everything else. But it seems like it worked. I keep them out of these three. This one here, they ate all the freaking bark off this branch here. Let me get rid of this stuff in my hand here. I forgot to fertilize. Today is Sunday. I normally fertilize on Fridays, but I've just been so busy. I didn't even remember to fertilize, which it's just this one, and this one. And I think they'll be just fine. I might fertilize it here soon, but I don't know. This process of making bubble hash sure doesn't, I don't know. Flower rosin you get a lot more, and I'm wondering if there's even much flavors and difference of, I don't know, we'll see. But this one, this is Papaya Punch. It's just not a heavy producer, but it's just gotten freaking eaten on so much. I don't even know how much longer it needs. It's looking like. The thing is, I have this whole thing to process before I even think about cutting anything down. But it does look like this one is the next one in line. It looks like it's pretty near done. this one here, Excelsior, I think is the name of this one. This one just definitely looks like it has another week in it. Easy. 2 weeks before I even think about it. That one's done. And then this one, the same, week or two. But I'm in a bottleneck. I only can harvest what I can harvest. And I'm gonna start off today with just the broken branches on that. Okay, October 13th. So it was about 1 week ago, I think, I started working on that. It took about 4 days, I think. So we're looking at the Divine Storm. This one I'm not really messing with for a couple days, I think. It's getting close, everything is, though. This has been ready, so I'm going to do this later. And I'm going to actually take this out in stages because I have a backup in my processing. I just don't have enough room and time to do every single thing because the weather. So this is Papaya Punch, and this is, I think it's Excelsior or something like that. So this one definitely can keep going. I mean, it's just still just white hairs everywhere. The website I bought these off, Marijuana Clones Online, literally arranges their site to what they have, so you can't go back and reference like, oh yeah, how many weeks is this one supposed to go? Nope, they took it down. So I'm just kind of, I remember I picked like one that was really long, and this might have been it. Boy, this plant would have done so much better had I not had the wall blocking the light off all the time. And this one is really unique in, my fertilizer has been, well, this one's a bad example because it's just late, but there's been some burned leaves that don't look the greatest, stuff like this, and not all of them, but I mean, the plants looked overall pretty good, just a little, but this one, like, it just pretty much almost loved everything I did, no matter what, for the whole time, except for the light. And this was the best clone. I mean, this clone was like far superior, and that was the worst clone. And that clone turned out to be the best plant by far. Really good stuff too. Apple Jacks, Oreos, Oregon Diesel. So, yep, that one is going to be topped, and I don't know how long before it's completely harvested, but I'm going to do that one, and I'm going to do this one. This one got stunted pretty bad by mice. The mice were just nuts this year, and they still are. I think there's a dead one over there, and they pretty much don't even go after the peanut butter anymore. They just go straight to the plants. And they're just eating the bark like crazy. So, up on the branches, they just don't stop. I've killed so many mice this year, it's just gross. So I don't know if I'll be able to get the system in. There's a trench around this whole big area. It's supposed to be a giant garden. And then, so there's a trench out there. And then you put the pallets, right? I gotta clean the trench back up, but so the pallets will be right there. Be a trench. And then this wire stuff will actually go below grade. So it'll go all the way down to, there's a hard layer down there that nothing can dig through. So, and then the pallets actually make a pretty good fence if you put them together correctly. And putting them together correctly is screwing them through like this and then staggering them. And you know, 2 is probably good if you do it right, but if you have a weak spot, throw another layer in there. I mean, this blown on like you wouldn't believe, and it's still there. So it's a good way to make a cheap fence. And if you put this, I don't know what they call this, wire felt mats, whatever, fencing stuff, below grade, right? But then here's the trick. I've seen prairie dogs and mice climb this stuff. So although it's unlikely, you know, they can climb it. So then above this, so in that would be partially, that would be all the way below grade, so it'd come up to wherever it come up. And then you just run a strip of flashing metal, you know, 2 or 3 inches. Just something where they can't climb over that. So they'll climb up to that and then they can't climb beyond that. And then this whole area out here will be animal proof. And then once I get all the animals out of the inside of it, then, you know, these things can kind of be left alone. But this is the first year. This is the 3rd year I've grown out here. I've seen mice out here every year, but I've never seen them eat the plants. And I think it's my own fault because was growing carrots over here. And I think the carrots kind of gave them the idea that they could eat plants and enjoy it. Because they ate the carrots, they dug down in there. So this is better now. I didn't have it on the back because I butted it up to that, but no, that wasn't good enough. So now this is just solid. But what's going in here now is actually onion seeds. I actually harvested the onion seeds. And here they are here. There's quite a few in there. I took all the little flowers off. But yeah, so this bed will be full of onions next year. Those are garlics growing back. The onions are growing back. They come up twice a year, which is, they didn't do that last year or the year before. Some of them came up. I had one come up and it kind of got stuck and then just gave up. Some came up later. Oh wow, that one's shooting up. I just noticed this. This is, that feels like an onion too. That doesn't feel like grass. Interesting. So that one split into 2 onions already. I'm just kind of like thinking I'm just gonna let the onions kind of go, to be honest, and just use them as a way to keep the soil going. Oh, something was in here. What the heck? Something came in here and chewed that off. What the heck could have done that? There's literally no way for them to get in here unless they crawled up over the edge. Huh. I guess it could have been a bird? That's kind of unlikely. I wonder, whatever it was, it didn't like it. It did not like it. Because it's just bit off and left. But still, what got in there? Growing onions is good because the critters don't mess with them. The critters were eating the oregano too. We got a decent amount of oregano so far. That's another thing I can just kind of move around and grow a little more of here and there just to keep the soil going good. All right, so it's October 13th. These things have, I mean, the weather's turning in a couple days, but hopefully that can go 2 more weeks. So yeah, it's 1 day later. These fucking mice, man, they literally tunneled into here. Look at the damage they did last night. Just nuts. All that up every stalk. good I mean, it's just fucking, it's just nuts. These things are just nuts. So, yeah, they just dug in from right back over there and right back over there. So now I mean, they just ignore the mouse traps now. They literally ignore them. They have to just step on them. I catch them more randomly now from stepping on them. So they don't use the buckets. They've outsmarted the buckets. They just don't even go in there anymore. I think I've caught like maybe a couple in the months. And they don't even go for the peanut butter on these. They used to lick it off and I'd get them, but they don't even go for that now. They just want to eat these plants. And this is the 3rd year I grew out here, and this is the first year this has been the reality. And it's like, I don't know exactly what to do to prevent that other than completely, but yeah, it's always something. October 19th. It actually froze 2 nights ago. Got pretty cold. So there's frost all over everything. There's the onions. Onion guys doing pretty good. They love this water. Watch this video here to see how that water's created. All right, here we are. Back in the onion, or the garlic rather. Did something bite that off again, or is that just the same one? I don't know. I've been busy over here. So, all this stuff got a layer of frost on it. I didn't bother to put a... I have frost, but I didn't bother because, from my experience, it really doesn't hurt them. If it doesn't get too cold, right? If it just gets cold one night and then it's warm, some of the leaves are going to look like, not very good, but all this stuff had frost on it. And it looks pretty good. So the mice haven't been out since it started raining. Hopefully they're dead. So the project today, papaya punch, getting it all 100% taken down. I took a bunch of the tops off about a week ago, which is super awesome because this stuff really, just all that lower stuff just has a time to just plump up a little bit and, pump its resin glands all nice and full. So I really like harvesting that way. I don't know if I'm going to get harvest that way on this. This is going to go the longest because it seems to just be trucking along even after the frost. This is going to town, and we got nice weather. It's going to be 70 for like 3 days in a row, and then another little cool day, then another little stretch of 70. So, but once I'm done with that, I'm going to have enough room to probably do the tops on this one too. Because when you don't have a huge plant, like that was huge. The Apple Jacks was huge. The Oreos was huge. It's a little easier to, just harvest them all the way down. I think I'm going to take off all this stuff's been going now for weeks, and it's just all these little teeny guys have actually plumped up a little bit to where it's like, well, you know what? I might as well just throw them in with the papaya punch. Might as well take all that off too while I'm here. And just because it's either get it or throw it away. Some of that little teeny stuff I'm just gonna throw away. Like, I'm not gonna bother with that. But that looks pretty worthwhile to yank off there. So yeah, it's a pretty good season. This one here is the Desert Storm. Divine Storm? Desert Storm. I don't remember. DS. They're hanging. They're full. They're like heavy. I'm just, this is ready to go, but I don't have anywhere to put it right now. It's October 22nd, and there's what this looks like. Oh no, there's ladybugs swimming in there. I just cropped and they were in deep. So we'll go on a ladybug rescue mission here real quick, because the ladybugs are here working, so we don't want them. Come on, get on this branch, buddy. It's a way better branch than the one you're on. Okay, rescue complete. Alright, so back to the fertile. Oh, is that another one? Jeez, bro, why are they in there so crazy like this? This might be better. Trying to rescue. There we go. Ah, they're in deep. I hope I don't have any in the freezer. So, processing today, and I'm processing the papaya punch. I took a bunch, everything that was just in the fence and hanging over in the top of the Divine Storm, and the, I think it's Excelsior or something like that, is, yeah, it's ready. It's freaking just so blown up, just stinky. All the, I mean, it's just so swole. Everything. This plant just hit. If I would have moved that freaking thing a month earlier, this thing probably would have been like 2-pounder, as big as this one here. That one, that was the biggest. That was, and then the way I processed, the difference between processing, I ended up with so much more of this. I think I lost a bunch of that, of the Oreos, from processing, learning curve, but I won't lose any of this. This is freaking nice. So, what else we got going on here? Look at the mushrooms. Holy cow. Look at them all. That is such a huge patch of mushrooms. It goes all the way over to there. The craziest thing is how many different kinds of mushrooms there are. So that's obviously one kind. And over here, look at the size of this thing. Jeez. It's freaking huge. You know what I'm saying? That's a monster mushroom. So, and then, let me see if they do better. So right over here is where I found these. These are the weirdest ones. They're just floating in here. These are mushrooms. Those little balls. Like, I have no idea what kind of mushrooms they were. They were growing under there. They weren't even attached. That was the weirdest thing. That's the weirdest amount of mushrooms I've ever seen. The no mushrooms over there. Seems like they really like to grow under the plants. But just look at that thing, man. And you know where that's going, right? Right in there. That's the goods. That's how you get this stuff to look like this. So crystally. So delicious. Yes. So yeah, there's a bunch of mushrooms that were grown. Oh look, there's another one right there. That looks like even yet a different kind. So got that one there. So that's like 4 mushroom types. It's pretty wild. But the mice have seemed to just stop. But look at the damage they did. It's just nuts. They're just maniacs. This is the first time that ever happened. But yeah, they got the plants hard. They did this one here too. Look at that. This is the water I get after I'm done processing for the bubble hash. So this is good fertilizer. I just am running out of places to put it. I've been pouring it into the holes, but yeah, I got it. I'm getting a backup. I wish I had about 4 times the size of this thing, to be honest, because it's going to take a really long time to break down the stalks. So the stalks are going to build up. I got all those, and then I got ones I'm not putting in there from last year. But it'd be nice to be able to put it all in there and still have room. I don't know. We'll see how broken down it becomes. The key, or the goal, is just so I don't have to buy fertilizer. It just makes it. So the onions are doing pretty good. I mean, I'm just growing onions to grow onions. I'm done with my processing. It's time to go do that. And there's some garlic, onion. All right, it's almost over. I maybe have like one more entry when I get that thing cut down. But then that'll be the season finale. All right, like, subscribe, peace. Thank you.
Thank you for